Faith isn't built in calm waters. It's forged in storms, the kind that strip you bare, until you find that the only thing left to hold on to is God. Her name was Daniela Cruz, a 35-year-old single mother of two, living in a small apartment on the east side of the city. Life had never been easy, but for a long time she managed. Working 2 jobs, juggling bills, smiling through exhaustion because her children deserved more than her struggles. Then came the storm, not of rain, but of events that tore through everything she'd built. It started the day she was laid off from her job at the textile factory. A week later, her landlord gave her notice. And 2 days after that, her youngest, Mateo, fell sick, fever, cough, and a hospital bill she couldn't even begin to pay. Daniela tried everything, begged for help, applied for loans, prayed every night until her voice cracked. But help didn't come. She felt abandoned, by friends, by fate, maybe even by God. One night, sitting by Mateo's hospital bed, she whispered, "God, if you can hear me, please, don't let this storm drown me. I don't know how much longer I can fight." Tears fell freely. The machines beeped softly. Her son's small hand rested on hers, trusting her to be strong when she was anything but. Then came a knock at the door. A nurse stepped in, holding an envelope. "Someone left this for you at the counter," she said. Daniela frowned. "For me?" The nurse nodded. Inside the envelope was a note. No signature, just a single line. "Even the strongest storms obey his voice." And beneath the note was a receipt showing her hospital bill had been fully paid. She stood there frozen, clutching the paper like a lifeline. Her mind raced. Who would do this? How? But there was no name, no clue, no one waiting outside the room. Her tears fell again, but this time they weren't from despair. She looked at her son and whispered, "Okay, God, I see you." Days later, Mateo was discharged, healthy, smiling again. But Daniela still had no job, no home. She prayed, "God, you calmed one storm, but I still have no roof over our heads." That night, she packed what little they had and began walking through the quiet streets, pushing a stroller and a suitcase. It started to rain, heavily, mercilessly. She ran into a closed church porch for shelter. Inside, she saw a janitor cleaning. "Please," she said breathlessly, "can we stay here just for tonight?" The man looked at her soaked clothes, the shivering children, and nodded. "Of course," he said gently. "You don't have to explain." He led them inside, gave her a blanket, and brought hot tea from the kitchen. She sat by the altar that night, surrounded by silence and the faint smell of old wood and candle wax. And for the first time in months, she felt peace. In the morning, the janitor introduced himself as Mr. Angelo. He smiled kindly. "You know," he said, "storms have a strange way of washing away what no longer belongs to us." She blinked at him. "What do you mean?" He shrugged. "Sometimes God clears your life not to punish you, but to rebuild you differently." A few days later, the church pastor approached her. "I heard about your situation," he said. "We have a position open, cleaning, organizing, helping with the children's outreach. It's small pay, but it comes with a small house in the church quarters." Daniela's eyes filled with tears. "Are you serious?" He smiled. "God sent you here for a reason." Months passed. Daniela worked faithfully, singing while cleaning the pews, cooking for church events, tutoring children after Sunday school. Her laughter slowly returned, not because life was easy again, but because she was no longer fighting alone. The small house became a home. The children thrived. And every time it rained, she remembered that night in the storm, the one that nearly broke her, but instead built her. Years later, she started a small foundation from that same church, the Storm That Built Me Foundation, to help single mothers in crisis. She never found out who paid her hospital bill, but in her heart she knew. It was God, moving through unseen hands, reminding her that no storm lasts forever. Sometimes the storm you begged God to stop was the one He sent to strengthen you. Because faith doesn't grow in comfort, it grows in chaos. And if you're in a storm right now, maybe it's not destroying you. Maybe it's building you. When everything falls apart, don't curse the wind. It might be the same wind carrying you to where you truly belong. Thanks for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment if the story touches your heart. Bye.